We're in the final month of the Indiegogo campaign for Everlasting Survivors Volume 1 all day long. Second chance where I am trying to get as many people aware of the book as possible. There are 5 separate cover options. This is cover A by Jeff Hicks. This is cover B by Nick Crook. There is a homage cover by Nick. This is Jeff C cover. This is Febreze E cover. It's been a long, hard push all month long. Very exhausted. But after I roll that open, I'm going to talk about the true story of WrestleMania, because this week is WrestleMania, or this weekend coming is WrestleMania. So I thought, hey, let's watch the true story of WrestleMania again. It wasn't the first time that I watched this documentary, The True Story of WrestleMania. I probably watched it when it first came out, or not long after, because I have a vast DVD collection of wrestling, whether it's documentaries, collections of the folks' matches. It's TNA, it's ROH, WWE, even AEW. So when I popped back on The True Story of WrestleMania, which I hadn't watched in years, it's beautifully produced. That's the first thing that popped out to me, because WWE is so good at putting out their promotional materials. But the second thing that really hit me was it's not just beautiful; it's beautiful propaganda. And the thing is that everything is told from a certain perspective, and like they always say, the winner of the war tells the story. Well, in the case of WWE, they always, and more specifically probably Vince, it feels like he always wants to give himself that underdog Rocky story. Uh, Even though I've heard rumors and rumblings that he doesn't really watch movies, but he still understands the concept that being the underdog, the fighter from beneath is the way to go. And so it's funny when you hear him talk about, I had this idea and if it didn't work out, because as if he's the only one who, or the first one ever to think, let me do the big show. And in reality, Starrcade came before WrestleMania, so it's like, I don't know if the big mega show, as he put it, was really that Vince McMahon of an idea. I mean, clearly, Dusty had the idea of bringing everybody together with Starrcade, and like Vince even put it, it's the Super Bowl and whatnots, and so it's not such a massive special thing. Now, don't get me wrong, the name WrestleMania, great name, and even the idea of getting pop culture involved, like Vince and the like want to put over in the documentary. It's, yes, they do it never-endingly, whether it's Mr. T at the first WrestleMania or Bad Bunny at the very recent one, but even that, celebrity in wrestling isn't a Vince McMahon creation, or it isn't his brainchild that really brought it to light, because Jerry Lawler, who's in this documentary, primarily had the biggest celebrity interaction in wrestling with Andy Kaufman, and it's because Vince's own father turned Andy Kaufman's idea away. And so it's just funny to catch people up on all of the inaccuracies and inconsistencies, and it's I struggle to call them blatant lies because again it's perspective, and thus but one of the big things is the idea of Vince got or WWE got wrestling out of the smoky National Guard armories and the high school gyms, and I'm like, nah, there's plenty of photos of pro wrestling not being in a substandard way long before Vince did it with Mania or even not just WrestleMania, but just WWF at the time. Period. So that's another one of those things where it's like, man, I am feeling just a little bit of the ick, the like, this is feels like dirty. You're trying just a little too hard to convince me, Vince. but again, it's fun to watch this, especially looking back and seeing Shawn Michaels with all his hair, and Edge looking so young. Same with Rey Mysterio. He looks wow. No, he doesn't look. Ray doesn't look bad now. Going in the Hall of Fame this year, but like back when this documentary was produced, he looked extra young. And getting to listen to people talk who are no longer with us, like Mean Gene, that was fun and cool. The thing is though that I think it's more the title. Like if this was called The History of WrestleMania according to the company, I probably wouldn't hold it against them so much, their liberties they're taking with the truth. But, this whole true story of WrestleMania just feels a lot like BS. They don't even talk about how that Vince conned his way into the Southern TV market just to sell it back to the folks that were already on it, which is called Black Saturday. And while it's not confirmed that money that was paid by the NWA members to get their own TV slot back was what funded the first WrestleMania, it's definitely been theorized throughout the history of wrestling that was, what did it, and it's just, again, all of the fluff. There we go. That's the right word. All the fluff in it, the oversimplification of the company's journey to prosperity just feels very lacking. Now, the things that it doesn't lack is getting to hear from William the Refrigerator Perry. That's cool, seeing John Studd talk. Good stuff. And, a super young Chris Jericho talking about going to a Winnipeg theater to watch wrestling for the first time on the big screen because there was no pay-per-view. All these things are fun, good stuff. And because of the little things, the little surprises, I think is maybe a good way to put it, I think that the documentary is worth watching, especially if you have a large knowledge of pro wrestling. If you're not coming into it thinking, oh, I will learn the true story of professional or WrestleMania from these folks. If you don't come into it seeking the knowledge, but only going in to enjoy the trip from people telling you a story in the way that they find it best to paint the picture, then I think that the documentary is certainly recommended for that purpose. However, if you're unfamiliar with the history of wrestling, I think that it's best to avoid this until you do some, let's call it research or independent verification, maybe. So with that, I give it a 3 out of 5 when it comes to the channel's scoring mechanism, because it is fine so long as you can separate the extra out and get to just enjoy what's being done. Speaking of enjoying things, though, I gotta say that there's a link in the description of this video where you can pick yourself up a copy of my 68-page graphic novel, Everlasting Survivors, Volume 1 all day long. There are multiple cover options. There are poster options. This is a Jetfix poster. This is February Ferdian's poster. There are also the Gambo Comics hat. There's the Everlasting Survivors t-shirt. Everybody who backs gets a Gambo Comics sticker because, you know, just a little nice thank you very much for the support and being there for helping the product grow. Come back this Wednesday as we continue down the Wednesday Rewind with Limitless, the TV show. Come back Friday for my WrestleMania triple shot where I'll tell you what I think will happen, what I want to happen, and my wild card pick. So next Monday will be the continuation of the WWE Studio Slam where me and Josiah, we're going to talk about 12 Rounds 2 Reloaded. Next Wednesday, obviously, continuing down the Wednesday Rewind with Limitless, but the following Friday will be a retro review for WrestleMania 21, the prior WrestleMania that goes Hollywood, which is, once again, their tagline for this coming weekend's WrestleMania. And, yeah, so thank you for tuning in to this Monday Movie Mayhem. Like I said, please check out the link in the description to pick up Everlasting Survivors, the shirt, the hat, the graphic novel, the posters, Gamble Comics, the sticker, all the good stuff. Thank you. Later.